blocks handy. And we're going to start on our backs. So with the shoulder blades on the floor and the low back, maybe tucking the pelvis so that that low back doesn't have any curve to it, so it's flat. And then you can either have your feet maybe mat distance apart, or maybe you want them hip width difference. But we'll just start here with feet on the floor, low back, shoulder blades. And maybe our palms turned upward. Let's give ourselves a moment here to just arrive. We've all adjusted our microphones, our cameras, we've logged in successfully, and now we're here. So let's just allow ourselves to be here now. Maybe breathing in and out. Feeling the backs of the hands on the earth, the feet, and any other points of contact. Bringing our awareness there to just ground us into our practice. We're exploring our bridge pose today. Maybe on your next out breath, flip those palms to face the ground and just notice how the shoulders respond. So maybe flip the palms up again, notice the shoulders, and notice the shoulders as they flip the palms down. Just these tiny movements affecting different parts of the body. Keep your palms down and we'll breathe in. Feeling the lungs, maybe exhale, sigh. And breathe in again. And exhale, sigh. Another breath in. Exhale, let the breath go. Now on your next inhale, let's bring the arms across the sky and reach the backs of the hands overhead and let the backs of the hands rest on the ground above our mat, palms to the sky now, but the arms are outstretched beyond our head. And just feel maybe the lungs open, any expansion in the body, kind of a new place for the breath to go just by changing our arms. And then let's exhale to float those hands down to the earth, but bring the palms to the ground beside the body. So the palms are down, the hands are at the side of the body. And maybe your next in-breath, bring the hands over, just kind of floating them above the head again, back of the hands to the earth. You could exhale, float the palms down to the ground, to the side of the body, just kind of, yes, exactly, just kind of sweeping like a rainbow from one end of the rainbow to the next. We bring our arms overhead and back to the body, the side body. Go ahead with that at your own breath. Just kind of waking up the shoulders. And then go ahead and pause anywhere you'd like along this movement, maybe the back of the hands overhead, and maybe you want to pause with the palms to the earth. Maybe close the eyes if they weren't closed already. Breathe in, noticing points of contact. And then we'll exhale to hug the knees into the chest, bring the hands to the shins, and give ourselves a little apanasana. Maybe you rock side to side, massaging that low back, hugging the knees in, exhale. And now let's lower our feet to the ground. Let the hands kind of go wherever is comfortable. Bring the soles of the feet together. Find a reclined butterfly. Knees to the side. Feet together. And let's just breathe here. Maybe 5 breaths. No need to count. I'll keep an eye on the breath and time. Dropping further into our practice. Letting any thoughts just come and go. Trying to free ourselves of distractions. And just drop dropping into our body and into this moment. Now maybe placing a hand on the belly and a hand on the heart. Do you have an intention for your practice today? We bring it into your heart space. Whatever that intention might be, feel it in every fiber of your being. Feel that intention alive and well, vibrant, and filling your energetic being. Now on an exhale, let the breath go like a sigh. Maybe even a laugh. Now let's bring our hands back to the earth, bring the feet to the floor, knees to the sky, and let's come into our first bridge pose. Pressing the feet into the ground. On an exhale, drive the hips up to the sky. The glutes are active, the feet press into the floor. Maybe notice the tops of the legs, those quads active, the glutes are active as well. Maybe you shimmy the shoulder blades under the chest. Here's our first bridge. Exhale to lower down the hips, pause at the bottom. Inhale. And then exhale, drive those glutes back up to the sky. The hips lift, a full expression, keeping those hips high. And then we'll exhale to lower the hips back down. Inhale at the bottom. Maybe this time we exhale, drive the hips up and bring the arms along with them like we did earlier, kind of adding on, and the arms come overhead. And then our next exhale, bring everything to the floor, the palms, the sits bones, breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, driving up the hips, the arms coming to an extension through the fingertips. Breathe in at the top and then exhale, let everything come back down. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, drive the glutes up, the hips lift, the arms come up overhead. Pausing here for maybe 3 breaths, breathing in and out, and in and out. And one more time in. Then exhale, let everything come to the earth. And pausing at the bottom. Let's hug our knees to the chest, shins, underneath the hands. And then we'll inhale to send the legs long, the feet come parallel with the sky. A little legs up the wall with no wall. And flex the feet towards the face, kind of opening at the back of the knees, the backs of the calves, and we'll inhale to point the toes. Then exhale to flex the feet. And inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex the feet. Now pause here with these feet flexed. Yes, really nice. And then relax the feet. And let's let those feet fall apart. Legs coming out to the sides, towards the sides of the mat. Maybe you have your hands on your outer thigh or your calves like a little support. Kind of opening up the hips here, out to the side. And then bring those feet back together. Exhale, hug the knees to the chest. And now with those knees hugged in, let's extend our left arm long, or maybe your right arm. We're going to roll over to one side. So whichever is best for you, or wherever your device is, or whichever side you prefer, just roll over to one side. We'll pause on one side, knees to the earth, side body on the ground. Give yourself a breath. And then we'll exhale to plant that hand, press us up, and looking in a tabletop, bringing our hands underneath the shoulders and our knees underneath the hips. Yes. And let's sway the hips side to side, to the right and to the left. Just back and forth. We've been moving the hips up and down, so now we're going to move them back and forth, these different ranges of motion. And then let's bring ourselves to stillness. Plant that left knee in both hands. Lift the right knee off the ground and just kind of move that knee in circles as if you're making tiny circles with the knee on the mat. So it's really kind of a micro movement. And then we'll start to make those circles bigger. And then moving the knee, it can be clockwise or anti-clockwise. And then switch directions. Those knee circles on the mat, kind of at the front of the knee. Maybe make them even bigger and bigger. So maybe your knee kind of starts to lift open on the side. Yeah, really nice, you guys. And now let's bring that knee to stillness, side by side to that left knee. Lower that knee down, walk the hands forward, drop the heart for our Anahatasana puppy pose, relaxing our wrists and stretching out those armpits. Exhale, releasing the back, breathing in and out. Good, inhale. And then we'll exhale to bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. And then with that left knee grounded in both hands, let's just inhale to bring that right knee out to the side now. We've done this before quite a few times. If you're lifting it onto a box, and now bring it back in. And let's make a couple circles, either one direction or the other, or both, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Bring it to stillness. And this time let's send that leg back behind us. Inhaling that leg nice and straight behind, flexing that right foot, breathe in. And then let's bend our elbows, lower down the nose to the ground, pause at the bottom, and then exhale to press up. Back to table. And now we'll exhale to bring that knee into the chest, maybe rounding the spine, you can keep it flat. And now inhale to send that leg back. Let's exhale, bend the elbows, lower that nose to the ground, pause for an inhale at the bottom. Really nice job, guys. Then exhale to press it up. Exhale to bring that knee into the chest, pause, and then lower the knee to the ground, walk the hands forward for puppy pose, stretching out that back, relaxing the wrists, and then maybe here, instead of the palms down, flip the palms up and just notice the shoulders, how they feel with the palms up, letting the breath come and go. And then we'll exhale to flip those palms down and just notice the rotation on the shoulders, just working the shoulders, the hips today. And then we'll exhale to draw those hands underneath the shoulders again for our tabletop. If your wrists ever feel like they're getting like a little fatigued, you can bring yourself onto your fists. You can make a fist and just plant the fists on the ground. That's kind of a nice way to soften the weight on the wrists. And now let's just make those little circles with that left knee. Start really tiny and maybe you get bigger. And maybe notice, just like when we flip the palms up or down, notice these little circles, how it feels on that hip socket. Notice the hip socket as you're moving that knee around. Yep, tiny or really big, and then begin to make them bigger and bigger, those little circles. Yeah. Okay, now bring that knee to stillness. And then pause here. And let's exhale. Bring your palms to the ground if you're on your fists. Exhale to bend the elbows, lower down. And then we'll press up. And we'll do that one more time. Keep the knee bent though. Bend the elbows, lower down. Yeah, and then press up. Let's bend the elbows, lower down, breathe in at the bottom. And then we'll press it up. And now here we'll inhale to extend that leg long, kind of bringing in a different sequence on this other side with the same movements. Let's exhale to bring the knee to the chest, and then inhale to send it back. Yeah, exhale that knee to the chest. Inhale, extend it behind you. And then last time, exhale, that knee comes into the chest. Inhale, send it long. And now lower that left knee to meet the right. Bring both knees side by side. Maybe bring them that distance apart, and we'll sit back in our child's pose. And we'll walk our hands forward and really press the hands into the ground. And we're going to give ourselves 3 breaths here. We'll be breathing into the side body, the knees, the feet. Breathe in and out. Another breath. And now let's exhale, look up at the hands, rock into the hands, let's curl the toes under and send the hips up and back for our first Adho Svanasana. Maybe you're reaching those heels to the earth. You can walk the hands close to the feet close to the hands, or maybe you have your feet wide, but find your expression of downward facing dog. We'll be here for 3 nice cleansing breaths here. Yeah, it's getting warm. I warmed up pretty quick too. My sweatshirt came off as well. Let's breathe in and out. Let's go. Let it go. One more breath in. Exhale, sigh. And now glance up with the hands. Let's step the right foot forward. Maybe pause with that right foot forward. Really feel the toes on the ground, the ball of the foot, the heel. And then we'll inhale to step the left foot forward. Notice the ball of the foot, the heels, the toes, points of contact with the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. And then bend the knees. Let's rise all the way to stand. One vertebra at a time, maybe. Nice and slowly. And when we get our arms up over the head, really reach those fingertips high. Yeah, really nicely. Breathe in. And then lower those shoulders back and down. Bring the palms together. And then we'll exhale to just float the hands over to the right. Maybe that left hip really jutting out to the side. As if we were kind of a crescent moon with this right side of the body. A side body opener. And then we'll exhale to come back over to the left. The right side body, reaching to the left. And then we'll inhale back to the middle. And then we'll exhale to fold forward, letting the hands come to the earth. Maybe bend the knees a lot or a little. Yes, really nice. Breathe in and out. And in. Let's exhale to plant that left foot on the ground. Inhale to step the right foot back. You can either lower that knee or keep the right knee lifted. We're going to rise up to our crescent lunge now. Ashtachandrasana. Let's bring those arms overhead. And with these arms overhead, let's bring the palms to meet again. So palms are together. And let's try a little side body stretch in our lunge. So we're just going to exhale over to the right, the same way as that leg, that back leg. Maybe notice the hip, that left hip, the left side body. Now let's exhale all the way through the middle, over to the left side. Our crescent lunge with a crescent side bend. Right leg behind us, grounding, the hands reaching to the left side. And then let's inhale, arms come overhead. And then let's find our cactus arms. Breathe into the cactus arms. And then exhale, draw those hands together so the elbows maybe touch the forearms and the palms. Inhale. And let's exhale to tap those elbows onto that left knee. And then we'll rise up when your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Open up the arms to the side, pinch the shoulder blades together, opening the chest. Let's pause here with this chest opener for a breath. And then exhale, bring the elbows and palms to meet. Inhale to feel your spine nice and long in your crescent lunge. Now let's exhale to tap those elbows towards that left knee. Inhale to rise. Exhale, separate the hands, pinch the shoulder blades. Then inhale, bring them back together. Now let's exhale, step the right foot forward. Bring the arms up overhead, inhale. And exhale, hands come down to the side. And we'll ground into the feet, perhaps noticing how the left leg feels that was bent, the right leg that was straight. Tuning into our physical body to bring us present into this moment. Inhale through the nose. Let it go out the mouth. Now let's inhale to bring our arms up overhead again. Exhale, bring hands to the heart space. And now ground the right foot and we'll step that left foot back. And ground under the balls of the feet. If you want, you can lower that left knee down or keep that left leg long. Let's tuck the pelvis and stack the spine so it feels nice and long. And imagine as we breathe, that breath coming through the low spine, all the way up the spine, just up and down the spine. Allow that to be the channel for the breath here on this side of the body. Now let's bring our arms up overhead again. And then we'll exhale over towards the left first. Our little crescent side bend onto the left in our crescent lunge. Another breath in. Let the exhale bring our hands to aim for the other side towards the right. Try to really ground the ball, that left foot, as you bring the arms to the right side of the body. And inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And now let's exhale to find those cactus arms. Bring the arms out to the side. Yeah, you got it. And then exhale to pinch the shoulder blades together. Let's inhale to bring them together in front of the body, elbows and palms meet. Yes, then exhale, bring those elbows towards the top of the knee. You're going to tap the knee. And then we inhale to rise. There's no rush to these movements. Exhale, pinch the shoulder blades together, opening up cactus. Inhale, bring the arms together. Tying movement to breath. Exhale, slowly down. Elbows and knees meet. Inhale, we rise. Really nice, really nice. Exhale, open and pinch those shoulder blades together. Feel the chest and shoulders expand. And then bring the hands together. Inhale. Really nice. Exhale. Last time, elbows to knee. We'll rise up, bringing the heart and the shoulders up. Open up the arms. Yes, let's bring our hands together overhead. And let's fold forward this time, frame the foot. And then step that right foot back, coming into your plank pose. And when you're in your plank, maybe you come onto the knees, or come onto the forearms, or come onto both. We're going to give ourselves like 3 breaths here. Maybe noticing those points of contact. Maybe forearm plank, a regular plank, or knees down plank. Breathe into the side body. Feel that channel of breath along the spine. And then from wherever you're at, we'll meet a downward facing dog. So maybe you want to lower down the heart and the chest and the chin. You can move through a chaturanga dandasana and an upward facing dog. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. So yeah, if you want to move through your chaturanga, whatever that looks like, do that for you. Meeting in downward facing dog. And let's notice the side body here. Let's breathe along that spine. Notice the top of the lungs, the middle of the lungs, the bottom of the lungs. The top of the lungs are closest to the earth now. The bottom of the lungs are high. This is our inversion. Breathe in. Exhale. Now let's inhale to come back into our plank pose. Maybe it looks like the hands on the ground or the knees and the hands and the feet. We're going to give ourselves 3 breaths here again. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And then we'll exhale back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let the breath come and go. And then let's inhale to walk both feet forward. Maybe little step after little step. One foot in front of the other. Coming into our forward fold. The head reaching for the floor. If you want, you can bring the hands to interlace behind you and reach the palms to the sky. That's going to open up the chest. If you bring the hands underneath the heart and you grab opposite elbows, that might open up the back a little more. So maybe notice if there's a spot that might want a little more attention. If it's the upper back or maybe the front of the chest. Maybe it's both. So maybe next time we come to this shape, you switch where the arms are. But allowing this shape to be here for us. We're not here in our yoga class to make shapes. The shapes are here for us to get into our bodies. Let's bend the knees, and wherever those arms are, bring them out to the side and rise up to our mountain pose again. Hands in front of the heart. Maybe notice the beating of your heart in your chest. It might be a little bit quicker than it was when we were lying down to start class. Allow that beating and that rhythm to remind you that you're alive right now. Let's inhale, bring arms over the head. And exhale to fold it forward, Uttanasana. Let's bring the hands to the shins or to the thighs, finding a flat back and reaching the crown of the head forward. Maybe coming out of the balls of the feet. And then we'll exhale to bring the hands to the floor again. And then we'll rise up one more time in mountain pose, arms overhead. Exhale, hands up front of the heart space. Inhale. And now exhale, step one foot back and pivot both of your feet towards the long edges of your mat. So whichever way makes sense for you in your space today. And then inhale to bring the arms out to the side like a T. Now from here, point the toes so they're kind of pointed towards the corners of the mat. Yes. And then exhale to find the cactus arms. Yes. Breathe in, tuck the pelvis. Feel that spine nice and long. Now breathe from the base of the spine to the top of the spine. And exhale, let that breath flow down the spine. Inhale. Now on your exhale, just bend the knees slightly, or maybe you bend them a lot. Maybe it's a deep goddess pose, or it can be kind of a shallower goddess pose. Wherever it is, let it be. Let's exhale to bring our hands together. And we'll breathe in when they meet. And then we'll exhale to kind of bring ourselves into a twist with the elbows coming over that right thigh. Breathe in. And then let's exhale to bring those elbows towards the thigh. And then we'll inhale to bring ourselves up. And then exhale to bring the elbows back into the middle. Breathe in when we get to the middle. Exhale to bring the elbows over to the left side. Inhale when you get there. And then we'll exhale to bring those elbows towards the left thigh. Inhale to rise. Exhale to come back to the middle. Really nice job. Inhale at the top. Exhale to bring yourself to that twist. Breathe in. And then exhale to tap the elbows towards the thigh. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the middle. Inhale when we get there. Exhale towards the left. Inhale when you get there. Yeah, and we exhale to fold. And then we'll bring ourselves up on an inhale. Exhale to the middle. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, bring the arms out. Side to release. Inhale, bring arms up overhead. Exhale, point the toes towards the long edge of the mat. And then we'll fold it forward in an exhale, coming into wide-legged forward fold this time. Feet wide, hands can plant on the ground, maybe to the shins. Let the crown of the head come parallel with the floor, so we're kind of peeking past the legs behind us. And shift the weight into the balls of the feet. See how that feels with your balance and with the shape, how it changes maybe where you feel the rebound of the shape, where you feel the breath. And now maybe bend the knees slightly, let the hands come under the heart. And let's exhale to walk the hands towards that right foot. If you want, you can bend that right knee if you need to. I always bend mine a little bit. Just bringing ourselves into a little twist. And then we exhale to walk the hands through the middle. Maybe you bend that left knee slightly and walk the hands to the left foot. And exhale. Breathe in. Exhale over to the left side. Let's inhale to walk hands back to the middle underneath the heart space. Now bend the knees slightly and let's come into standing one vertebra at a time. Stacking one vertebra on top of another. No rush to get to the top. The head coming up last. Really nice job, guys. Shoulder roll up, back and down. And let's pause here in standing, our extended mountain pose. Maybe close the eyes. If you want, you can place a hand on the stomach and a hand on the heart. Notice the breath coming in and out of the body, the heart beating in your chest. Another breath in. Exhale, open the eyes if they were closed. Draw the breath in again. And now on your next exhale, let's pivot that right foot towards the narrow edge of the mat. Maybe it's the front, maybe it's the back. Whatever side is that right narrow edge, bring the right foot that direction. The left foot stays towards the long edge. Then we'll inhale to open the arms wide. And on an exhale, that's over that right hand. Maybe the right hand is over that right foot and the left hand reaches towards the other narrow edge of the mat. Exhale to bring that left hand down that left leg, the right arm to sky. Reach the right arm up nice and high. Notice that same idea of the side body opener on the right side. And then we'll exhale to bring that right hand in front of the right leg, the left arm up to sky for Trikonasana. Yeah. And exhale to bring that left hand down, that left leg, right arm to sky, reverse triangle. Inhale, reach the hand high. Exhale, tick-tock through the right arm down, hinging at the waist, left arm to sky. Pause here. Maybe you exhale to bring that right arm underneath the right ear, as if you were holding a platter on that hand. Maybe you bring the left arm over the left ear, as if you had a beach ball between both hands and you're holding it there. Let's exhale to bring both arms over the head. The leg stays straight and long. And let's exhale to go back over that right leg into our triangle variation. Let's come back overhead with the arms. Yes. And then exhale over to the right. Our expression of triangle, Trikonasana, breathe in. Let's exhale to bring the arms to reach in opposite directions, one towards the sky, one towards the ground, still in our triangle. Breathe in. And now this time, exhale to bring that left hand towards the right hand for a variation of our pyramid pose. If you want, change the left foot so maybe it faces more forward or more of an angle. And we'll pause here in our half pyramid pose, both hands together. And we'll inhale to rise up. Now we're facing the narrow edge of the mat, the heart and the shoulders facing the narrow edge. And we'll exhale to hinge at the waist, come halfway into your pyramid and hands reaching overhead. Maybe the palms are together, maybe they're separate. Ardha Parsvottanasana. And then we'll inhale to rise back. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. And then let's exhale to bend that right knee. So in a variation of warrior one, if you want, come onto the ball of that left foot if that feels better to be in a crescent lunge versus that heel down. Sometimes I don't like to have my heel down, and other days it feels a little better. So just really be honest with how your body's feeling. So that back left heel can be down or up. But let's keep that right leg bent. Plucking the pelvis, the spine is long. Let's bring our arms up overhead. And then we'll straighten that front leg. And let's exhale to fold forward all the way into pyramid pose. Your hands can come to the shin or maybe to the earth. Parsvottanasana. Breathe in. Now let's exhale to bend that knee, still in our folded surrender. And then we rise up with that knee bent, arms reaching for sky. Yeah. Breathe in. Let's exhale to straighten that leg. Inhale to breathe in. And then exhale to fold all the way over that leg. Pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Keep the weight evenly distributed in both feet. Exhale to bend that right leg. And then we'll inhale to rise up into this variation of crescent or warrior one. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale to soften. And then exhale to fold over that leg, Parsvottanasana. And we'll pause here. Pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Now let's exhale to bring both hands on the inside of that right foot. Bend that right knee. And we're just going to walk our hands over to the left foot. And as we do, pivot the right foot to the long edge. And then pivot the left foot towards the narrow edge, facing the opposite edge of your mat. And bring the right foot maybe at an angle. And then we're going to rise up, bending that left knee to that Virabhadrasana one on the other side. Crescent lunge or warrior one, facing the other end of the mat. Arms can reach high, breathe in. And now let's exhale to straighten that leg. And then exhale to turn the heart and the chest towards the long edge, bring the palms down. We pivot that right foot back towards the long edge and we'll set up for our triangle pose. Nice. Let's tuck the pelvis and feel that spine nice and long. Exhale our right hand down the right leg, left arm to sky. And then exhale the left hand on the inside of that left leg, right arm up to sky. Breathe in. Good. One more breath in here. And then exhale the right hand down, the right leg, left arm up. Exhale, tick-tock back through the left hand on the inside of that left leg, right arm up, breathe in. And now maybe this time you bring that left arm underneath the ear. You bring that right arm over the top of the head. And then we'll inhale to bring shoulders and hands over the hips again. Breathe in. And then exhale, hinge at the waist. This variation of triangle, that both hands reaching past the front of the mat. Yes. Inhale, come back up. Last time. We'll exhale to hinge. Bringing those arms in the same direction as that left foot. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring that left hand down in front of the leg. Bring the right arm up to sky. So now we're extending back into our traditional triangle. And now let's exhale, bring that right hand down to meet the left. From here, we pivot that right foot, maybe it faces at an angle towards the right side of the mat, or that long edge, or maybe it faces forward. So here's our half pyramid. Palms side by side, left leg is long. Let's inhale to rise up. Strong torso, strong side body, hips and shoulders in the same direction, hands overhead, breathe in. And we'll exhale to hinge at the waist, halfway, Ardha Parsvottanasana. Half pyramid pose. Inhale, bring the arms up. Good. Exhale, hinge halfway. Breathe in. And at this time, exhale to bend that knee. And then we're going to rise up into our Virabhadrasana 1 with that knee bent. Breathe in. Then exhale to straighten and hinge forward. You can come into full expression of pyramid, or maybe half pyramid. Then bend that knee and bring the arms overhead. Let's exhale, straighten that leg and hinge forward. Half pyramid, full pyramid, whatever your heart's desire, wherever your body and your energy is directing you. And then last time, we're going to bend that knee, we're going to rise up. Maybe exhale to pause at the top. Breathe in. Let's exhale to straighten that leg. Take a breath out, cleansing breath out. Breathe in. And then our next exhale brings our right foot forward and the hands come to the side, Tadasana. Relax those strong shoulders that were just supporting us and holding those arms overhead. Relax the hips and the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. One last time, arms overhead. And exhale to fold it forward, Uttanasana. From here in our forward fold, we can walk the hands over to the right side of the foot, bend that left knee. And we're just going to offer it a straight right leg and stretch the right back of the leg. That left knee bend. Breathe out and in. And then we'll exhale to walk the hands through the middle, straightening that left leg, and kind of bending that right leg, offering an opening in the back of that left leg a little more than maybe we did in our pyramid. Really focusing on the back of the legs today as well. Breathe in. Exhale. Take another breath in. And then we'll exhale to walk our hands in front of the feet. Let's bend our knees. And from our forward fold, just bring both knees to the ground and we're going to be in tabletop. And then from our tabletop, we just sway those hips side to side. Exhale, plant the hands. And now ground both hands, ground that left knee. And let's lift the right knee off the ground and just make those circles again that we started with. Tiny and bigger, one direction and the other. Perhaps it feels a little less sticky this time. Kind of seems like forever ago since we did this, doesn't it? And then lower the right knee down. From here, let's walk our hands forward to puppy, relaxing the wrists, letting that heart sink and suspend downward. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. Plant the hands in that right knee, and let's make those tiny circles by lifting that left knee off the ground. One direction or both, switching with each time. As big as you want or as small as you want. And then bring that left knee to stillness and bring it back to the earth. And let's sit back on our heels, coming into hero pose. And if you need to, you can bring some blocks underneath your sit bone. And just pausing here with both hands maybe on the thighs. Softening the gaze and dropping the awareness to the tip of the nose. And then feel the spine nice and long, stacked, one vertebra on top of another. Breathe in and exhale. Another breath in. Exhale, sigh. Now slowly and with mindfulness, let's come onto our backs, moving that block out of the way, but keeping it close by. Allowing this breath to slow. So we make our way down, back to the earth, sits bones, hips, feet. Maybe setting up for bridge pose here with the knees to the sky, the palms to the earth. Feel the rise and fall of the chest, the heart. Breathe in. And on your exhale, press the feet into the floor. Lift those hips up and find that block. Let's slide the block underneath the sacrum. So right at the base of the tailbone, we've been breathing into in any level of this block. It can be the highest, the middle, or the lowest. And your feet can be far away from the block. They can be mat distance apart, hip width distance. And then just let your hands fall when they fall, palms up or down. We've been noticing the different kind of variations of the shoulders, how that affects the shoulders. So let's drop into our supported bridge here. Noticing the feet on the floor, the shoulder blades on the floor, the back of the head on the floor. And perhaps we begin to inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 4. Breathing in for 4 and out for 4. Just the coming and going of breath, just like the ebbing and flowing of water under a bridge. Just let that breath flow. Our next posture is Shavasana. So whenever you are ready for Shavasana, and just remove that block and let yourself come back down onto your mat, the legs long, the back fully resting on the earth. There's no rush. You can stay in supported bridge as long as you want. You know, we talk about in our classes a lot that the shapes are messengers, that our yoga postures, you know, they create a state of consciousness. In fact, the word asana, it means posture, but it used to mean throne. And what that meant was that you would place a state of consciousness on the throne. And whatever desired state of consciousness you wanted, that's what you would place on the throne. So when we move through our asanas, we move through our thrones, or our postures, we're creating and cultivating a desired state of consciousness. So our bridge pose is a state of consciousness. What does that cultivate in us? Our pyramid pose, our warrior one, those are states of consciousness. So drop into the state of consciousness in your Shavasana, in your bridge, whatever message the shape has, whatever purpose the shape has for you today, drop fully into that. You don't even have to try, just allow the posture to be there. Allow the posture into your space. create the posture and just allow that consciousness to bubble up. Shavasana. Let's gently bring our awareness to the external, maybe to the fingers and to the tip of the nose, the ears. Maybe noticing the walls of the room that we're in. And then as you're ready, gently, with mindfulness, come to seated together. When you get to your seated position, we're just checking in with your body, your mind, and considering which asana, which state of consciousness you want to carry with you throughout your day. Now maybe bring hands to your heart space. We'll close together by breathing in and out. One more breath in. Exhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.